Good morning.
Good morning.
I just froze. Okay. I thought I froze. I was like, did I freeze?
Nope,
Let me know if it looks like I'm freezing because I added this background. And whenever I do that, sometimes I feel like I'm freezing up. Good morning, everybody. I'm trying to find Eddie just joined. So I'm trying to find Eddie your page so I can give you a thumb up. So how are you guys doing this morning?
Awake.
I'm sleepy.
You awake?
Made it that far.
It's storming here, so I was up early. I hear movement in the living room. I think Danny's just waking up.
It stormed here the last 2 days. It was actually nice. It cooled us down. We were pretty hot there for a couple weeks in a row of like 100 plus heat index, So I actually, when it was raining, I went outside and worked in the yard because I was like, oh, I'm going to do it while the mosquitoes aren't out and it's not 120 degrees. So I was out there in the rain just trying to pick up stuff and, those little things that like bother me, but not enough to do it in 120-degree heat bothers me.
So, I know. It's really windy here and dark. I went outside right before this and I was like, oh, this feels good out here right now.
Yeah. I love it. Like, I love when it's like summertime like that and you get that nice, good rain. Like, it cools it down.
I kind of like it too every once in a while just to lay on the couch and watch movies when it's not so, you know what I mean? I feel guilty when it's like really nice out.
I do too because I feel like I should be at the beach or I should be doing something. Yeah, and then too, like with Chloe, it's like I have to tell her like it's too hot because she and I get hot pretty easily and so it's like she's like I want to go outside and just blow bubbles. I'm like we're gonna burn our feet out there. Come on, can we not? She didn't understand.
Yeah.
So let me hop over and say hello to people that are in the chat.
Yes, please.
And we've got Betty, who, hello, I am first. Well, good morning, Betty.
Good morning, Betty.
And we've got Jaden. Hello, Jaden. Welcome in. And we've got Stray Dreams Gaming. Welcome in. And we've got Scotty Tuhati, and hopefully you are feeling okay this morning after yesterday.
Yes.
We've got Bama Nola. Good morning.
Hey, Bama. What's up?
And we've got Cruise Vet Adventures. Good morning. Good morning. And Cruise Vet, let us know if you want to join, and Jennifer can send you the link. We've got Will G in the house. Good morning, Will. Sorry, Jennifer, I just volunteered you. The Sea Show Cruise Fun. Good morning. Let's see. We've got Dude Classic in the house. Good morning, Dude Classic. And we've got Bone Tired Travelers in the house. Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, me.
And Law Jones. Hello, hello. And Will G saying they're going to have highs in the hundreds for the next couple of days.
Yep.
That's how we've been.
Will's in Texas, I think.
Good morning. Cruise Vet saying good morning to some people. And we are at the bottom. So we do have a topic today that we're going to talk about. And it is going to be what you do on embarkation day. Like, how do you start your day in the morning? What do you do? So give me a minute getting my coffee and I'll jump on. Okay, cool, Cruise Vet. So Jennifer, do you want to start off with your tradition of your embarkation morning?
Sure. So 95% of the time we are in Galveston. So we drive in, even though we're 3.5 hours away, we still drive in. One, because we're excited to get the vacation started and to just get away from the house, because if not, I will overpack. But two, just because you never know with road hazards and stuff. So we always try to allow ourselves extra time. So usually when embarkation morning comes, I I am up at like 4:30 in the morning. I can't sleep. I'm always so excited. I'm like a kid. And I'm always like, in the last 3 or 4 times we've stayed at Harbor House, I'm always like waking Andrew up. I'm like, are the ships coming in yet? Like, can you go outside so we can go watch the ships? Like, and so I get really, really excited. I like to watch the ship come in, and especially if you're at like Harbor House or somewhere where you can see it sailing. And we we get a light breakfast. Usually stay at a hotel with a light breakfast, and just enough to hold us over to get onto the ship. But I usually have my bags ready at the door, ready to go on the ship. Like, that's my morning. I can't get up for work or anything else before like 7:30, 8 o'clock. But on cruise day, 4:30, 5 o'clock every time. I am the biggest kid. Every cruise, and this is like my 12th or 13th cruise, and I mean, up early, excited, ready to start vacation. I can't. No calmness over here.
But then, like, oh my gosh. But then, like, when you get on the ship, what's your first go-to? Like, I know you guys frequently do carnival. So, like, what's your...
We do. So I will be honest, we are not the best about going to muster first, because we normally are on the ship by like 11 a.m. So we actually go up to Guy's Burger. We order we get a table. We get a Guy's Burger. Andrew goes and gets pizza. We order 2 fun chips and get Chloe a lemonade. We cheers, have a little bit to eat. Then we go down to our room and drop off our sodas and bags. And then we go to muster. And then I know that's not, I'm going to say you need to go to muster first, because you should, but I don't always do what I'm supposed to do. I'm a rule breaker, Sherry. But that's just because the line gets, like, when about noon, the line is so long, and again, I'm like a big kid. I can't be patient.
So if you go on a new line, say you're not on Carnival, you're on, I don't know, NCL, let's just say, what would you do?
Oh,
do you know?
Well, we're gonna,
like, if it's a new cruise line that you've never been on, because they don't have guys, right? So what would you do?
Well, we're going to go to muster first. I know we've talked about that with some of, because we know some of them are like, they make you. And then we're still going to go eat. I know that we have some new cruise lines planned. So I know we're going to be taking pictures, filming, like looking around at the ship. Carnival, like you said, we're pretty familiar with, so we know the layout. But I think with a new ship, I'm going to be just as excited to see the new layouts and the differences. And I love cruising. I'm excited to see everything about it. Like, I love the artwork. I love the people. I mean, a lot of times I just want to sit and people watch, and seeing other people excited gets me even more excited. So.
That's exciting. So I'm excited to try Carnival. We've been on Carnival before, but I don't really remember much of the embarkation day, because we don't do it frequently on that line. So I'm excited, even with a mega ship, right? Just to go check it out. But we'll get to me in a minute. So let me just say hello to some other people that have joined. It looks like Rock the Boat has come in. Good morning. And Scratch and Pete. And Eddie says, yes, there is some rule breakers. He's talking about you.
I know.
The Muster Drill has come in. Good morning.
Hey, Scott.
And Chris Goforth has come in. Good morning.
Hi, Chris.
And let's see.
Chris had some awesome SeaWorld content that I wanted to go look at.
Okay, so Cruise Vet got his coffee. Did someone send him the link?
Doing it now.
Okay. All right, so let's hop over to Eddie, and let's talk about his embarkation day, Eddie.
Well, technically, like Jennifer does, we leave the day before, since we're driving to it now. We usually get a noon embarkation time, but I like to be there early. Why? Because since I'm handicapped, with NCL, I've been able to go in right after the Haven group goes in, so that helps me a lot. What we usually do, we go in and go straight to find out where we have to go for a muster, and then we go eat. We usually go to the Garden Cafe, eat there, whatever, and then head ourselves to embark to the muster drill area. Settle ourselves and just wait for it. If we have something else going on before that, and we got time, sometimes it's a little later. We do whatever we need to do. We don't have our cabin yet, so we just kind of hang around till it's time for it, and then we just go straight to the cabin if we have to, if we get the chance, or go away at the area where our section is for the muster drill. Because sometimes we're there, we already ate, and since I get to go in earlier, we get to sit down, relax, and eat before the big crowd comes in. So that helps a lot, especially with space, especially with those elevators, because it is very hard for me on embarkation day to get on an elevator to move around. Why? Because everybody wants to hop in the elevator, and it's a lot of able bodies that are could go up and down stairs. They don't do it. They just want to get in the elevator because they want to go eat also, and I don't blame them. So and usually Alice gets a little upset about it because people are not letting me in because we could be waiting in front of an elevator, and another one pops next to us, and everybody just like rush in. So I don't get in the way. I let them in. I don't want to get hurt, and I don't want to lose my cruise because somebody else's attitude. You know what I mean? So sometimes we take about an hour sometimes waiting in the elevator, and when we finally make it, then we go. But then once that's done, it's like a relaxing day. Like everybody's chill, everybody's completed or whatever, and then we just eventually we make it to the room, put away our stuff out of our luggage, and we come right back out. We don't spend hardly any time the first day in the cabin because we're there to see what's going on. NCL, we usually know what's going on already since we've done it a few times. Now in October we're gonna hit a new line. I will say, it's been 30 years for me. It's gonna be the first time for Alice to see a carnival ship inside.
Mhm.
This time we're new to know what's going to happen. Hopefully, we'll have an early embarkation time. I do want to be there early since we're out of NOLA again. I know where I need to be at. So hopefully they do the same sequence of their bigger group, whatever that is, in Carnival, and then handicap right after. So I'm hoping to be part of that group again. So we're able to go in and yes, I will definitely. I do want to try Guy's Burgers or the Blue Iguana, whatever that place is. I want to rate the place. I want to eat everything that's inside in that place. Yeah, I've been hearing so much about it. Then the next day is Sea Day, the brunch Sea Day brunch that they're having. They're gonna kick me out of the place because I'm gonna eat like a king.
You are up early, Warmstrong.
I
What is
know, I
going
know.
on?
I am so proud of you, Bill.
For
I
nobody
am
but you guys and
too.
Betty.
So Eddie, I have a question. So we're just talking about embarkation day, Warmstrong. So how, like, cause, and I just didn't even think about this until we just started talking about this. So when I first, and the last time we were on Independence of the Seas, this is where it really started to annoy the crap out of me. So when you first get on, there's like elevators right there, and there's a million people trying to get on these six elevators or whatever they are. How does that work for you? Like as 'cause you have a scooter or a walker or
I
whatever.
have the walker, yeah.
So are people polite and let you kind of get up in there? Because normally I just finally take off and I just take the steps unless I have luggage because a lot of people are carrying stuff on too. So you have
Yeah.
mounds of people right there.
I kind of line up. I don't want to like rush in because you never know what the person in front of you is gonna do, what their
Hmm.
body's gonna react to. So being in New York, you're not supposed to be too close to people, because people get defensive about it.
Right.
So we have on the back of our heads. We already have that. So I kind of stay away. I kind of line up for it, but it's such a big crowd that as soon as an elevator door opens, everybody rush into it. I'm not gonna rush into it. So sometimes we're there for a while, waiting
I,
on those lines to
And
go
that kind of
through.
annoys me because if
Yes,
I see somebody that's disabled, I usually like hold the thing, let the people come in, or I let them get in front of me. Like, and I just see people just kind of cut them off and barge into the elevator. And you
yeah,
have no other option. Like, that's the only option you have, right?
that's right. Yep,
So that annoys the crap out of me when people do
yeah.
that.
I
But go on,
I
Jenny.
will say the last few times I've been on Carnival, they have a few elevators that have a Carnival staff member in there, and they will hold the elevator for those individuals with scooters, strollers, um, but they only go to select floors, so they'll only go to muster floors, like your usually like 3, 4, 5, and then like your Lido deck. And so it's about 2 designated elevators that they have going. I've noticed it on the Vista and on the Dream the last few times I've been on it. I'm not sure if it's fleet wide that they're doing it, but I did notice it the last couple of cruises. So Eddie,
See,
that is something to look for maybe when you go on Carnival.
in NCL, there's one elevator on the aft of the ships. There's one employee there, only allowing wheelchairs but that's on disembarkation or when we get to ports. Embarkation day is a whole different story.
And that's what I was just about to say. I would think that the cruise lines should have one designated elevator on embarkation day for disabled. And that's all that should be allowed in that
Yeah.
elevator. Because I have seen people just jump right in front of those people as they're trying to scoot right into the
Or
elevator.
when the doors open and somebody in a wheelchair tries to get out, people are rushing in. It's like, hello, let the person come out first.
Yeah, that happens to me too. I mean, I'll be standing like right in front of the door, and it's obvious I've been there, for a while, and then the door's open, and it's just like, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
I think the elevator etiquette goes out the window.
oh yeah,
A lot of people.
big time.
People, they're on vacation, they're
Yeah,
excited, rules.
Yeah,
yeah.
But I will say we've had the same experience with Chloe on the stroller. Like we were trying to get her, onto the elevator, and this one lady, I was probably about to get kicked off the Vista because she like knocked me over, had her bag sitting on Chloe. I was like, excuse me, hey, there's a toddler here. Can you not?
Yeah, yeah.
And then she and I had some words, and luckily it was debarkation day and we were getting off the ship. But I mean, people, they're rude, and
Oh yeah.
it's
They are. And
it is what it
sometimes
is.
we switch. Like sometimes one of us will stay at the elevator on embarkation day with like if we have a carry-on or something, and then the other one will take the steps and just wait wherever for the other one. So we're not both taking up space in the elevator.
We just don't take the stroller anymore, and we try to send as much as we can outside the room the night before. Just do backpacks off.
I just try to go like deeper into like as soon as I get on the ship, I just go right past the ones that are like right there close and
Right.
try to go
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
either one of the directions forward or aft and try to find some places that aren't being used.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me get over to the chat again and then we'll come back to this. We have Mona Did What joined us this morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
And we have Lisa Merca who's joined us this morning. Good morning.
One.
And Rock the Boat has come in. Good morning.
Warren.
And let's see, let me hop down here. Betty, you need to mute all of them but one to keep it from echoing. We've got Controversial Cruising in the house. Good morning. And oops, and I just scrolled all the way down here. Let me get back to where I left it. Let's see. Okay. We've got Bamanola. We've already said hi to. Good morning again. And we got Will G. He says we usually go out of Galveston also, but we drive in the day of. Normally get there around 12:30. We have about 4.5 hour drive.
I have a 6 hour drive to New Orleans and a 10 hour drive to Galveston coming up.
All right.
We've got Serval. Hello, welcome in. And Bone Tire Travelers has joined us. Good morning. Bill, your shorts had me LOL at 5 this morning.
All right.
Wait till the one that's out today. No.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Chris, has anyone rode Carnival's roller coaster at sea? Is there a charge and is it worth it?
Yes and yes, but it's kind of probably like a one-time deal. And it's I believe $15. You get 2 laps, $15. The boat. It's for me at sea. I thought it was gonna be a nothing coaster. It got a little speed up, and you're sitting on it like a motorcycle. So for me, I felt uncomfortable. I like to be strapped in, so I'm not going to go in place. But when you sit on this one, you're like holding it like a motorcycle. So it was a little scarier than what I thought. And being above the ship and out in the water, it had a little excitement to it. So yeah, I would say definitely try it once. You probably wouldn't want to do it twice.
Well, that's good to know because I didn't like Tron at Disney because of that same motorcycle.
Yeah, Tron. Yeah.
So I probably will not like the roller coaster then on the ship.
Yeah, I like the ones where I'm sitting in the chair, strapped in, and no worries. This one I'm holding on to it, and I was gonna fall. You're not because the head. I mean, you're in tight, but it felt like it.
Yeah, that's how Tron felt, and I felt like every time it like jerked, I was gonna fall off. But of course, you're not going to. But rock the boat. It could be common knowledge to let everyone out first before people try to go in. Yes, you would think that, but people do not do that.
Common is not so common anymore.
People have no manners, and doctor's office won't even move in for elderly. Even when I can barely stand, I always give up my seat. They treat disabled even worse. Yep. We can all be social first responders. Just step up and do what's right. Yep. RF. Oh, it looks like Ashley Radef has joined us. Good morning. The RFH channel has joined us. Good morning. Let's see. I think we are back down. Maybe. Every time I think we're at the bottom, we're not. Leonard Family Fun has joined us. Good morning. Welcome in.
Hey.
Let's see. So Lydia's Life TV has joined us. Good morning. Thank you for coming in this morning. And we are down to the bottom. So let's talk about Cruise Vet. Since you were in next, how does your embarkation day look like?
Well, I too usually say
hold on 1 second. Cruise Nuts. I saw you come in earlier and then I scrolled over it. Welcome into you too. Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry. Keep going, Cruise Vet.
I usually sail out of Galveston too, and it's about an hour and a half drive for me. So I get up early around here and make sure I get my coffee. That's first thing before I even start thinking. And then I have, my breakfast. Hopefully I've packed by then. I usually either get up super early, pack, or the night before. I don't pack months in advance, like some people I know. But that's just I'm a solo cruiser, and so I just throw stuff in and go. And then I get there, and depending on what time my boarding time is too. But hopefully I try to get my boarding time. I used to try to do the super early, but I try to get it around lunchtime, so that way I get to the cruise parking, get the shuttle, and I'm getting on board in time for lunch. That's usually my process.
And then when you get on Carnival, like what's the first thing you go to?
Oh, like for lunch or
I'm
just
not like, do you go to the muster drill? Do you go?
well,
eat?
yeah. Depending the regardless of the cruise line, I try to knock that out first, get that out of the way because I don't want to have to be scrambling around later. Uh, and plus I usually take a backpack and a regular suitcase, and I'll drop my regular suitcase off at the porter. So, because I don't like dragging a bunch of luggage around, when I first get on. And for lunch on Carnival, I don't know. I try to get the pig and anchor, try to hit that up, or if not that, then Guy's Burger, just real quick, something easy.
So if you're on Royal, because I know you go on Royal too, how does that look for you?
Well, on Royal, because I've done Carnival way more, but when I do Royal, sometimes I'll do the Key, and I've done that a few times. And I know a lot of people, it's controversial. Some people hate the Key, some people don't think it's worth it, but for me, since I'm by myself, I don't know, it's not a bad deal. It's like $30 maybe a day, or maybe a little bit less, and you get
now for us for us rookies, what's the Key?
Well, the Key is kind of like a faster to the fun if you do Carnival, but you're paying to get priority boarding, but it's usually just for your boarding time. So like if your boarding time's at 12, then you get priority boarding for your whatever boarding group you're in. So they'll usually have like a line, and you pay for this in advance on the website, and so they'll have a little Key line, and you show them your boarding pass and all that, and then you get to basically cut to the front. And when you get on, like on embarkation day, you get it's dinner in the main dining room or lunch in the main dining room, but it's a chops menu, and it's not the full menu. It's like a condensed menu, so you get a few little choices. So that's included. You can take your luggage to the main dining room also on embarkation day, and they'll drop your luggage there, and they'll take it to your room, so you don't have to carry that around. And like I said, the internet package is included in that. And then there's a couple of other things. They have like reserved seats that shows, things like that. I think you get maybe priority on the tenders or something.
I think you do. I think you get priority for the shows, and you get priority on the tender. Yeah. And then
on your debarkation day, you're supposed to get priority for that too. So yeah, on Royal, the ones that I've done, I've had the Key a few times, and I liked it. Like for my Alaska cruise, I had the Key, and I got there, and there was like a long line, and boom, I just went straight on, bypassed all of that. Had my little chops lunch, which was you get a filet mignon, so not bad. Some people complain, and then they'll say, oh well, you don't get, it's not chops lunch in chops, and you don't have the full menu. But if you do the math, you're not really paying for a full menu, if you really think about it.
So they reserve a little area in their main dining room for all of those people, and they have their steakhouse lunch, but it's not in the steakhouse, it's in the main dining room.
Right.
I like that. Like, we like Faster the Fun, but we've never cruised on Royal, but I'm going to be looking for the Key. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we've never done it, but I've heard really good things about it.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have like me, I'm not a diamond level person, so to me it felt like it was worth it because I was going to get the internet package anyway, and if I just got the internet package, it was going to be like $25 a day or whatever, and then with the Key, it was going to be like $29 a day. So it's to me it seemed worth it.
But everybody in your room has to have it. You can't just get it. You all have to pay for it.
I travel by myself, so that's not a big deal. But I know, like, if you've got a family of 4 or whatever, then that it might not be worthwhile to do it.
Hmm.
Mm. It's like I'm gonna be a rookie coming carnival time now. So I'm beginning with the blue car, I heard, and then yeah, Cruz Bay here got me hooked up on that steakhouse, and he kept talking about it that he's going there the first night, and I say, oh, I gotta go
Yeah.
and see what's all about, and so I went ahead and booked it for me and Alice also. So we're gonna go to a dinner with him on the vacation day. So
So
looking forward to that.
I have to say something about that. Well, not really about that, but I'm terrible. I'm so overwhelmed with how many cruises I have booked right now. Normally, I'm so ahead of the game. I have everything like booked out, like what I'm going to do, where I'm going to do it, when I'm going to do it. I have nothing for this cruise that we are doing in October. I haven't booked anything but the cruise. That's it on Carnival. I haven't, and you would think because I've never been on Carnival in like a couple years, not never, but a couple years that I would have like the steakhouse, but nothing. I haven't researched excursions. I haven't done one thing, and that's my next cruise.
Don't wait too
So
long.
yeah, I don't even have a hotel booked for the night before, which I've got
Oh
to
my
do
lord.
because we're leaving out of Miami. Because that's, I mean, I don't want to risk it and go the day of. Like Port Canaveral, I can do the day of and drive over, but Miami's a little. So yeah,
The extra hours. Yeah.
I got to get on it. I haven't done one thing, nothing.
Yeah, I need to start booking stuff for the booze cruise. I don't have my I still don't have my hotel booked yet, which I need to get on that before it gets too crazy.
So let me just get back to the chat. We have Lassett Livingston that has joined us. Good morning. Welcome in. And let's see. We have got so Leonard Family Fun says they love the key. So yeah, I haven't tried it. I want to try it one of these times. Rock the Boat. Sounds like the same with the yacht club. The butler leads you past the lines. Was the
Excuse
yacht
me.
club, is that on MSC? Is that
I think
Yes.
MSC?
so.
Yes.
I want to try that too.
I like to go for a walk on the beach if possible. Might be last chance at some alone time, then head for the ship.
I
Okay.
like that. That's really cool.
Gregory, I'm new here. Well, welcome in.
Welcome.
And if you're in my chat, Gregory, make sure you do hashtag defund to share out your channel. Sherry's Awesome Sunsets. Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Welcome,
Sherry.
Sherry. I want to go to the first night too. Haven't booked it yet. Yeah, I gotta get on it. Let's see. Betty's saying it's raining here and very dark. We're supposed to get a dust storm. It's
Wow.
not raining here yet, Betty, but it is dark. Let's see. So, Sherry, you were on that cruise that I am on in October. What hotel? Oh, yeah, I see your comment. I do have a hotel. What hotel are you staying at? Because I haven't even started to research any of them. Okay, so we are at the bottom. So, Bill, let's hear about your embarkation day.
Okay. I always get there like a day before, and I get to the port as early as possible. And Carnival, well, I just have to be diamond on Carnival, so I always get on like first, and I know, right?
Wow.
So I get on first. Elevators are empty, so I really don't know the struggles that I'm hearing about here. I don't really know anything about. I usually go up there. I usually go up there and I go to my muscle drill right away, and usually I show them my card, and they say, "Do you know what to do?" I say, "Yeah," and then I leave. They don't even show me anymore. Then I'll go up, scope out the Lido deck, maybe go walk by the buffet to see what's in the buffet, and then head over to maybe the Guy's Burger and see how that's going. Depends on what ship it is, of course. But and then I deck out on the Lido deck for a little while. Give me a rum punch. Watch the people come on. Watch all the rookies coming on with their big luggage and walking around and trying to find any. And so that's usually my day. Oh, Eddie and Mike, what time is your, if you don't mind saying, what time is your dinner at the steakhouse on the Booze Cruise?
I think it's 5:30. I think that's the earliest, whatever the earliest time slot.
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
5:30.
Yeah, I believe
A
so.
little early. I might say because I might go ahead and book that too. So.
All right, go ahead.
Ooh.
But 5:30. I mean, okay. Well, you just got on the ship. You just had a Guy's Burger. That's the only thing about going early. You know, that first night you get that free bottle of wine, which would be good.
Yeah. Well, I like to do it early just to get it. You know, I like to eat early to get it out of the way, give you more time for my evening activities.
Yeah. But no, my days, and you know, I hear you guys always talking about like the excursions and all this, and I don't know how it is on Royal, but you know, Carnival, the excursions are the excursions, so there's really like nothing just crazy. Well, and again, if you've done it a lot, I mean, I don't rush to get any excursions. A lot of times I wait till I get off the ship and find an excursion and go do that, and that's my day now. I just take it easy. I don't try to rush and do everything anymore. You know, back when I first started, I tried to do everything, and it just made me too tired. So now I just pick out a couple of things. Oh, I'm gonna go see this show. I want to go see go to the casino. Well, every day's casino, at least a little bit. Just a little bit. I mean, it's just easy peasy. Just you know, learn how to relax, and I you know, I agree with all of you. I mean, people just lose their mind when they get on the cruise ship about being courteous. It's just crazy, but. That's about it. It's easy for me. Packing, you know, the day before, hotel. I've started looking a little bit, but there's always going to be a hotel room. There's always going to be a hotel room. Now, would it be the 5-star hotel room that you're looking for? No, but for me, if I'm going on there just for one night, and the Ramble. If I'm going out for one night, I really don't get the hotel. Holiday Inn Express, whatever, La Quinta. There's always going to be a room, so I don't sweat that either.
Well, hold on a minute about the room thing. Make sure you do book a room, because we learned our lesson driving. Well, this probably wouldn't happen to you, because if a hurricane was coming, the ship would not be coming. But
well,
we went after a major hurricane. We had planned to go up to, and I think the hurricane hit New Orleans or somewhere in Alabama. I think it must have been Alabama. But we had to go up to Atlanta for something, and we left on a Friday night, and we figured we'd drive as far as we could and we would just get a hotel. Yeah. Apparently after the hurricane hit, all of the hotels were all booked up for either people that had evacuated or for insurance adjusters in the area. So we could not find a room until we even got into Atlanta. That's how bad it was from South Georgia all the way up. So just keep that in mind. If you hear a hurricane, make sure you just book something.
Right. In case of, make a note. In case of a natural disaster, get a room early. Gotcha.
Yes.
So again, unless I know 6 months out there's going to be a natural disaster, there's no rush.
You got a plan, Bill. You got a plan.
I can't plan that far in advance.
Yeah, I mean it was bad. Yeah, I just thought, we'll just get a hotel room. Yeah, no.
But see, I'm so easy. I'll sit at the airport then. I'll spend the night at the airport. I'll sit there, go give me something to eat, find me a chair, and relax and sit there. I'm going on a cruise. I got a week to sleep. I got a week to. It's easy peasy. I'm not going to sweat it. Literally, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. So one question for you guys, then I'm going to get back to the chat. So if you book on Carnival, if you book the steakhouse, is only the first night that you get a bottle of wine, or how does that work?
It's for free on the first night, and you get a choice of red or white. So you don't even used to. I remember, I want to say like in 2019 even, you got like a list, and you could pick
Yeah,
from like 10 different wines. But now it's like, do you want red or white?
that's it.
That's it.
And the white I did not like, so I go with red. But
And if I'm not mistaken, it's any specialty restaurant, not just a steakhouse.
Oh, okay.
think you're
That's
right.
good to know. I didn't know that. And so do they charge you the corking fee on that, or
No,
it's all included in the
it's included.
it's included.
Corking fee. That bottle's going with me. I'm leaving the restaurant drinking.
Bring it.
Well, do they
Bring
let
one
you
with
take
you
the
in the
rest of
Yeah.
the bottle? Okay. So, and I do know on Royal, right? So you're allowed to bring 2 bottles of wine. They might have changed it, but you were allowed to bring 2 bottles of wine onto the ship. And if you opened one at dinner and you didn't finish it, they would take it and put it like in a locker with your name on it. And if you go to a different restaurant or you go to the main dining room the next night, you just tell them and they bring the bottle back out for you. So they'll hold the bottle so you don't have to take it around with you, the ship or whatever.
Well, they would do the same. I mean, Carnival would do the same. Most people just take the bottle with them. They don't let them cork it, recork it. So they just take it with them. That's why there's no corking fee. But if you wanted them, like say you go to dinner, if you want them to do it at the main dining room, they'll do it. But again, there's a corking fee involved.
Okay.
We bring a corkscrew with us, at least one, because we've broken one before. So we bring it like 1 or 2 with us.
Mhm.
And then we just pour a bottle of wine with us in a glass in the room and then take it with us to dinner.
Oh, that's smart. And how many bottles can you take on Carnival?
1 per person. That's over 21.
So you can take 1 bottle of wine and you can take a pack of soda, or it's one or the other.
Nope, 1 of each. If you're over 21, like Chloe, she only gets a 12-pack of soda.
Wait,
You're walking on with her bottle of wine.
wine? That's not
No,
right.
I haven't tried. I'm pretty sure they would
That
stop
was
me.
funny. All right, let me get over and say hi to some other people that came in. Bo Tong, welcome in. And I did see Sherry. I'm going to check that one out. I did see the Best Western Plus you put in here. I will check that out. Thank you very much. Leonard Family Farm, 231 long days before my next cruise on the Jubilee. Come on 231.
All
All right, that's not the one you're on, is it, Bill?
I have no idea.
Is that
Oh,
the
no, no, no.
inaugural Leonard Family Fun, or are you on a different one? Bill, you don't know your countdown for the greatest cruise of all time? What's wrong with
I
you?
don't even know my countdown like for next week. I don't know. I don't. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where the ship goes. I don't know what day it leaves out on. I don't know where I'm staying at. I just know I have a cruise booked.
Wow. You're living wild over there, Bill.
Yeah.
He's got that
It
diamond
seems-
status, though.
Some
Yeah.
people are already packing for the Jubilee,
I know.
have their hotel planned out, have all their excursions ready.
I don't even want to say it. I just finished unpacking for my last cruise yesterday.
Yeah, I think we still have 1 bag still packed. It's clean clothes, but yeah.
I agree. Can't do too much at one time. Causes burnout and discouragement. Voodoo Fest is that weekend, Bill.
It's just the same. I mean, worst case scenario, you get a room by the airport and then just Uber in until the next morning. It's very rarely. I mean, it really would be like a natural disaster that every room is taken. Now, all the quality rooms near the port and all this, that might be taken. French Quarter might be taken, but nah.
Together We Travel has come in. Good morning, Together We Travel.
Good morning.
Well,
Cruise Nuts. Yes, first night free house wine. Not that great if you're bougie.
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 Mike and Rihanna has joined us. Good morning. And let's see, traveling. You pronounce this better than I do, Jennifer. You can go
Traveling
ahead.
Czech, like Czechoslovakian.
Got it. Good morning. And Vlog has joined us. Good morning.
Morning.
And Cruise Nuts is saying Bone Time Traveler's wifey doesn't mind the box stuff, but we just prefer the good stuff. If it's free, it's free, right?
Right.
Most of the time, your room steward will have a corkscrew you can borrow.
Well, that's true too. We've always just packed two.
I usually bring one, but I do know the last cruise we were on to Alaska on Ovation of the Seas, I did some package that was on sale. I think it was like 40% off with the cheese plate and crackers and a bottle of wine. And they actually left me a corkscrew for it. So,
Cool.
and I took it. So now I have a corkscrew.
Souvenir.
Yeah. Figured I paid for it in that package somewhere. No, we leave February 24th, was on the ordinal sailing in November, but then that got delayed to December, so we decided to do February. So they are not on yours, Bill.
Oh yeah, 'cause I did look it up. I think my countdown is 168 days. 160.
Wow.
Let me take this background. I hate this background. I like the background.
I guess Z's not in here because Z would have already put it in the chat.
Yeah, you can let us know.
Yeah, he would let us know.
So we're 175 days from the greatest cruise of all time.
Yes. That is correct.
I didn't know either. I do know the ports, but that's it.
All right, so we are down to the bottom of the chat. So let me tell you about my embarkation day. We mostly do Royal. So Carnival, somebody's echoing. I don't know who it is, but Carnival will be an experience for us because we've only been like on one Carnival ship. So let me tell you about Royal. So when we get on, that morning, normally we drive because it's usually Port Canaveral we leave out of. So we don't stay the night before. We just drive over because it's 2 hours. So we usually park over, not at the port, but we park across at like Port Canaveral or something, and then they shuttle you over because it's usually cheaper. So we park there and then we take the shuttle, but I wake up at the crack of dawn because like Jennifer, I'm like so excited, and we pack up everything. And of course I'm throwing last minute things in the suitcase as we're running out the door because I don't pack till the day before usually. I will admit that. Not like Bill and everybody else who packs 3 months ahead of time. I'm just kidding.
Bill does it.
So anyhow, long story short, we get there and we're, we try to get like one of the first couple of sailings, like the first reservation to get on. And usually we get right through. I did, our last time we left was an experience. So if you haven't seen that boarding day video on Independence of the Seas, make sure you go watch that. That's the only time we've ever had an issue. It took us 3.5 hours to get on the ship. So normally we just walk right on. So anyhow, once we're on, we do the muster drill right away. But then I'm just so excited. I just want to go check everything out on the ship. Like, that's my thing. Like, we run around, walk around, see everything. Then we go eat. And then we go to the room because by that point, the room is ready. They usually, it depends on the ship for Royal, but they usually, if you're on a smaller ship, it's usually only pizza or the buffet that's open. Now, if you're on one of their Quantum ships or their Oasis ships, they have other things that are open that you can go grab. They have like Park Cafe. They have the main dining room. They have the pizza. And I want to say, I don't know, Cruise Vet, was that, what's that thing called? 270? Was that open on embarkation day? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't know, but I do know that the other thing is open, the Solarium Bistro. That's usually opened, I want to say, on embarkation day too, where you could go in there and get food. So it's not like everyone's crowded in the buffet, so which is nice because you have variety of things. So that's usually what our day looks like. And then we go back to the room and put our stuff down and kind of unpack a little bit, and then we go up and watch the ship sail away. But if we have a balcony room, sometimes we just watch it from our balcony. Like last time I got that cheese platter and wine, and we just sat out there and watched on our balcony without anybody and just watched us sail away. So it just depends on the ship, I guess, and if we have a balcony or not. But there's sail away parties, but I haven't been on Carnival in a while. But the sail away for Royal's a little more tamed down, is not as
It's like a do-it-yourself sail away.
Yeah.
Like, they'll provide a DJ, but there's no, you don't have like the fun squad and the cruise director out there hyping everybody up, you know.
Mm-hmm. But again, I don't know. Like they might have brought it back on some ships now that everything's mostly open. Like all the activities are starting to come back. So I don't know. Maybe now. I haven't been on one since last November. So I don't know. I saw Antoinette did a video, and it looked like they had like a sail away party on Royal with somebody. So maybe some of them have it's come back since the
Me.
maybe. So anyhow, so what are some of you guys' favorite foods on your favorite ship? What do you look forward to when you get on that ship that you know that Carnival has or Royal has, and you want to order, like that's your go-to when you're on a cruise?
On NCL, I don't really have a to-go meal per se. I do like the breakfast at the Garden Cafe. I like the way when they make those omelets to made to order. I like to have it my way, and the first thing I gotta have is coffee, no matter where I'm at, either at the local, the Oceans, or Garden Cafe. It doesn't really matter. I gotta have that cup of coffee. That's my problem. Once I have that cup of coffee, world could be exploding, whatever, and I'm in no rush to eat. But if I'm at the buffet, that's what I go for. Uh, uh, a ham and cheese omelet with some onions, tomatoes, and mushrooms in it. Mm. Yeah, baby.
Good night,
I love it.
Vampire Travelers. Have a good night.
Good night.
Traveling.
Traveling check.
Check.
Sorry, my computer froze. Traveling check says Guy's Burger. That's their go-to.
I like Guy's
Um,
Burger, but I've gotten to where I like Blue Iguana in the morning. Like I love a good like breakfast taco.
Yeah.
It's become like kind of almost something I eat every morning. I also like the 12-hour French toast in the
Ooh. Ooh.
brunch. And then if we go to the
Mm.
steakhouse, I really enjoy the cowboy steak. It's huge, but it's
Cowboy
really, really
steak.
good.
What's the cowboy
Golly.
steak?
It's like that. I mean, it's huge.
Okay,
I mean, it's
I'm
bigger
getting
than
one
my
of those.
hand.
I'm getting
Um,
one of those. Definitely getting one of those.
and then and then normally like the shrimp and lobster and all that. But
She's a bougie.
I will say, I probably do have a little bit of expensive taste. I have a poor wallet and expensive taste. It's a struggle over here.
So, Bill,
Oh.
what's yours?
Probably on like the newer ships would be Shaq's Chicken is the new thing. I used to love Guy's Burgers. They changed the recipe like for the French fries, and I don't like it as much. They used to be like the hand cut, but now they're like out the bag. I don't have any. I just go, whatever the feel is of the day. I don't have anything in particular that I run to. I like Blue Iguana. I mean, I do. I like my food made to order now. Before the buffet used to be a thing. I like it like you watch them make it kind of to order in front of you. So like breakfast time, if it's a sea day, I'll do the sea day brunch, or go sit down at breakfast. I don't know, it's just better. I can't eat the buffet is all you can eat. I could let me go to the restaurant, order French toast, hash browns, cup of coffee, made fresh. I'm good. But nothing. Go ahead, Eddie.
In Carnival, where do they have the Cuban sandwich?
They have it. They have a deli. Actually, I like the deli too. I mean,
The deli? I'm gonna tear that place up.
The deli's really good.
They're gonna kick me out of there.
I do. I enjoy the deli.
I feel like they've changed the deli though. It used to, I don't know, I just remember it being like a little different, like the hot sandwiches being just a little bit better, but still pretty good.
Well, they honestly, like they make a lot of them. Like they pre-make a lot of them now,
Yeah.
from what I saw. So I mean, they put them in the toaster and everything. But I love the deli. With some chips or fries, and I mean, yeah, that's a good little meal.
So they do have a deli on Royal Caribbean if you are on a Oasis class ship, and theirs is called Park Cafe, and they do made to order sandwiches, or at least they used to. I haven't been on one in a while, but
We got cruise nuts put here.
we don't do the buffet. Yuck.
I will say the last couple times the buffet has been pretty much almost the same food as the main dining, I've noticed.
And that's kind of how Royal has been the last few times. I've noticed, like, we have either gone to the buffet before dinner just to have an appetizer if we have a late dinner and we're starving. And I've noticed once we get to the actual restaurant, it's the same food that's been in the buffet.
The buffet, just the food is it's not hot and fresh. Even when they first put it out, it sits out a half an hour before they open the line on most Carnival ships. The food is just sitting out there for a half an hour. I'd rather go to the main dining room, get it somewhat fresh, and have it that way. I used to be a buffet guy, and then people are just nasty. I mean, the lack of the washing of the hands or using sanitizer, people are just disgusting.
Washy.
So they do washy on Royal, where they have sinks and stuff before you come in, and they kind of monitor to make sure that you're washing your hands. Like,
Well, they have somebody there, and they singing the songs and all the other stuff. Carnival is just nobody's there. People just walk in, grab their
so they have
label.
sinks there that for people to wash their hands, or
They have stations.
Yep.
Well, some of them have stations or sanitizer. They have it. People just don't take advantage of it.
Hmm. Because when we were on our Alaska cruise on Ovation of the Seas, they had it roped off. Like, you couldn't even get into the main dining room section until you walk through the sink area. Like, they had it where you had to go through the sink area. You couldn't walk past it this way. You could only go this way through the sink area and wash your hands before you went in.
They had a band playing the Washy song. Every time I was on Ovation, you'd hear the music on the way up the elevator, and it's like, okay, all right,
Yeah, and NCL they have a guy standing there. Yeah. And the buffet in NCL, once you go in, no matter which door you use, there is sinks and washers there, and somebody going washy, and they're looking at you. I mean, they don't like grabbing, put you in front of the sink, but they go washy.
And that's they should. I mean, just watching people coughing their hands and all this other stuff, and then no thanks. I'm going to the dining room.
Sometimes as I'm washing my hands, I go, "Hey, washy, you pig! Your hands, you poor bastard!"
Lisa says getting a pineapple mimosa at brunch.
Pineapples. Yes.
That sounds good. So let's see. Lisa also says hot ham and cheese sandwich was the best thing on the Luminosa.
Yes.
Did you get that, Bill?
Food on Luminosa was trash. I lived at the deli.
Lisa,
Mike Ariana says 12-hour French toast.
I was gonna love that.
Lisa the other day was like, I can't believe we booked the Luminosa again for another 30 days.
Oh my goodness.
With the food.
But I mean, it's the itinerary. It's not the ship. It's the itinerary.
Then again, that was their first time, right? Wasn't that the first their first itinerary? like their first sailing that
No,
Luminosa sailing?
no,
No.
no. They have been selling out of Australia for a year or so.
Oh, I thought that was the first.
No.
Oh,
Maybe they'll make improvements while it's over here.
Well, I mean, whatever the burners are, and that's the one thing with the Carnival ships. It's almost like they don't use the same type of equipment. The burners for like the buffet on like some of the newer ships, well, it keeps the food hot or hot-ish. But like the Luminosa, I mean, it was like cold and the one thing I did like though on the Luminosa, they going through the buffet, they serve the food to you with most items. You get your own salad, you get your own dessert, but the main entree, it's behind the glass, and then they serve you, and so everybody's not touching the ladle or the tongs or whatever it is. But
yeah, I started too, Bill. That now that you say that about the buffet, I'll take a napkin and walk around the buffet and touch the handles with an actual napkin.
yeah, people are disgusting, and I'm not a germaphobe, but again, I mean, if you're gonna cough, don't cough into your hand, cough into your sleeve.
Right, and then when I take spray too. So when I get back to the table, I
Yep.
spray my hands back down before I touch anything of the food. Let's see. We have Darian joined us from Magnificent Germany with Darian. Howdy, folks listening from the road. Any tubing YouTubers out there? Yes. So next weekend is the meetup for tubing with YouTubers, going tubing down the Rainbow River on Friday, and Saturday there is a
How to cruise down on a tube near alligators. All right.
stop, Eddie. I'm already
crazy.
having anxiety about this.
That's crazy. Just to say, that's crazy.
You get
I
to
know.
interact
I
with
might
the
be
wildlife.
standing on the side while they're all tubing.
Sure.
So yeah,
That's what she
that
said.
might
Pet the
be-
gators as you're going by, just pet them. And
They're just
Yeah.
swamp puppies.
yeah, they just
I mean-
want some attention.
Some people feed them, you know?
Yeah, I might be sitting on the side watching as you guys are going down the river. Let's see what else we've got. Mike and Rihanna.
Washy
Washi
washy.
washi.
Washy washy.
So together we travel. I tried whitewater rafting once. Yeah, this is a little different. You're actually just in a, and you know what? I want to know, Darian, can you rent a canoe or a kayak and go down? I'd feel safer in
Probably.
that than a tube.
Why? You want something picking at your butt? Something going, ouch, ouch, what was that?
Yeah,
Somebody's
exactly. That's
nibbling
my
me.
whole point, Eddie. I'd rather be in an
Just a nibble, just a
enclosed
nibble.
thing.
Do they have a section? Is it like sectioned where there are no alligators there? Like maybe like some. Oh, okay.
No, it's a 4-hour,
Why would you want to do
4-hour
that?
Cruise.
4
Wow.
hours.
Make sure you take your
4-hour cruise.
GoPro so we can see your adventure.
You live stream.
I'm telling you, I'm probably going to be sitting on the side. I'm having anxiety about this. Cold and gross. Floor always leaky wet. What's she talking
And
about?
yeah, what's
Luminosa.
cruise?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No.
I was so disappointed with that ship.
What about the other one? The
That one looked nice. Yeah, I've never been on it, but that one looks nice. But it sounds like people from New York are just losing their mind up there, and everything that can go wrong is going wrong as far as the crowd. But the ship itself looks really nice. It looks like one of the Carnival's better ships.
Yes.
I saw some video of a fight on there last night.
I think you sent that to me. I saw it. And I don't know. People are just, I don't know. How do you spend all that kind of money and going to
I
get
don't
in a
know.
fight on a cruise?
I don't
It's
know.
because they wouldn't let them get on the elevator. It started there.
I guess.
That's where it started.
Law Jones, good idea, Sherry, right? A canoe. Wouldn't you feel safer in a canoe or a kayak? Cruising is fun anytime. Says good morning. Welcome in. It'll be fun, Sherry. You won't even think about it. Oh no, I'll be thinking about it. I need to call them. I want to see if I can rent a kayak.
I think
What?
I would be more worried about the snakes.
Hey,
Oh, my
Claire Murphy,
goodness.
welcome in.
But you know what's the best thing about the tubing thing? El chupacabra.
The what?
Chupacabra. There's
What is that?
chupacabras in Florida. You don't know that? In Ocala? The chupacabras.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
You were not around when the chupacabra came out in back in the 80s? That's a nasty animal. There's a few, especially in Ocala. So watch out. You see a black thing, big, huge.
In the water? Or are they on land?
No, they're in land. So it's like a big, nasty, ugly wolf dog.
Y'all are gonna convince Sherry not to go.
I know. I'm like,
Big
maybe I
fangs like
shouldn't even
that,
be going to this thing.
big claws.
She's gonna be thinking about the chupacabra.
I know.
The earlier it is, the worse it could be.
Anything that
The eyes light up green in the night.
Will G. Yeah, tubing. Like not with alligators though. Come on now.
Well, you just have to sacrifice somebody. Somebody has to volunteer.
So there goes Cash. Here, Cash, go first.
No, Cash is staying home. He's going to be
Danny,
at work with
Danny, you
grandma.
first.
Latolia's vlog, welcome in. Tuber Chat has shared this. Thank you very much.
Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
Let's see. Let me keep scrolling down here. People are saying hello.
See what Mike and Rand is saying? You have to pet the alligators, Sherry, and put it on film. You have to do it for the views.
No, heck no. Home to go visit my old house and schools. Google Earth shots. They are still there.
he's talking about,
yeah. They're going to Japan, right?
yes, go to
Okinawa.
Okinawa.
That's exciting.
That's gonna be cool.
And in the tubing, you're gonna have a 6 foot Chewbacca guy there speaking German. Also, you got to be careful with that guy. He might push you over and flip you or fall in the water.
I have seen kayaks and canoes.
It's and talking about the Shashkawa here. He shows up, so he might go here. How's the water feel?
Now I feel safer in a kayak. Alligators are pets.
Yeah, for
Okay.
him. See, so they're a pet right there. There you go. I didn't say it.
I heard they're pretty friendly.
You have to pet the alligator, Sherry, and put on. No, thank you.
I mean, is Danny gonna like prepare to wrestle one? Like,
You know what? Danny isn't even worried about the alligators. You know what he's worried about is how cold the water is. Eddie is messing with you.
No, I'm
Okay,
not.
see, Eddie?
No, I'm from Florida. I know what I'm talking about.
Let's see.
I've been on those lakes and stuff.
Eddie, you and the others are in my video for tonight's stroll. I edited the Barbara. Now I know what it is.
The Barbaro. He keeps
Yeah.
calling me Barbaro, and then I told him what it in some countries mean, and he's like, "Oh crap!" And I've been calling you that. I say, "Well, it happens, so don't worry about it."
The water is 72 degrees year round.
Yum yum.
okay.
Yeah, I think if they have kayaks, I'll be doing that instead.
Yeah, they do. They.
Can't wait to see your videos and lives.
Of me freaking out?
You're,
Sure.
not, you're gonna get there. You'll forget all about it. Be having the time of your life.
Hopefully.
Every time something moves in the water, you'll hear a scream or something.
I'm thinking like, yeah, anything she sees in the water, log, branch, anything is she's gonna feel
What's that
nervous.
touching me? What's that touching me?
Yeah.
Are you gonna bring water shoes?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I will.
Yes.
I would.
Addie, Andy, I don't think I saw you come in. So good morning, welcome in. If you're on my channel, you could share out your channel at #defun. Oh, Darian, when you get home, if we're still on, let me know. Maybe come on and talk about this adventure. So if you're on my channel, you can share it. #defun. You can share your channel. Eddie is #ELS. Bill, are you sharing yours out?
I am not.
Are you, Cruise Vet?
No, I am not.
Oh, okay. But make sure you are checking out everybody's channel that's on
These
the
guys
channel.
are Vuji. They're
Nah.
Vuji.
It's
I
hard.
like
I think it just gets hard for everybody. You got 6 channels up here, and they're all trying to go to different channels all the time.
I
So
agree.
Well, that was like last night. Eddie had like 12 people on
Yeah.
there. That was
and it gets it gets confusing for the people because they can only see one chat at a time.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh.
Has anybody ever cruised out of New Orleans before?
Yes, I have.
Eddie, how long? Okay,
I have.
when you're going out a port, usually you're leaving out at 4:30. I
Yes.
know a lot of you guys are getting early times for the steakhouse, but isn't it exciting to watch the Mississippi? Go up on the deck and watch the Mississippi. Yeah, no.
We did. So
I
we
mean, I saw parts of it, but not the whole thing.
Yeah,
like
but
looking at the
it's a
house.
long transit, so you could eat dinner and still make it up there.
Yeah, but see, it'll be dark.
Yeah, it gets dark pretty quick.
I don't know how dark it's going to be at 5:30 in October. But I'm just thinking about that. It's like, do I want to do a early dinner and miss that hour that I might have for going on Mississippi? I never cruised out of New Orleans before, and I just thought cruising on the Mississippi would be interesting.
Yeah, it's not as glamorous as you think, but it's a nice ride.
Yeah.
Very soft and relaxing. Going down.
We actually skipped dinner that night, Bill, and we went on the deck, and we always order like strawberries and bring a bottle of wine. So we
Ooh.
we're drinking wine, looking at the houses, and just kind of watching the sunset, and it was a real nice experience for us because that was our first time to cruise down the Mississippi. So we enjoyed looking at the houses and just the scenery. And then we just went and got food somewhere. I think pizza or something because we were still outside. But that's what we did. But I mean, to each their own. I do think it's weird though. You're like 10 o'clock at night. You're still in the Mississippi River.
Yep.
I think the casino will even open.
Yeah, until it hits open water.
Yeah.
So that's one, actually, speaking of embarkation and casino, that's one of the first things that I do when I get on a ship. I go check out the casino. I want to see what games they have, where they're all
Money spender.
located.
And this is why we're best friends. Because I got to go figure out which one's going to be mine for the week.
Yep, that's exactly what I do. I go check out the casino and check all that out.
I do, and I never had the same machine twice. But I have to go figure out which 777 game they have, and yes.
Puff and Puff.
I like the Lightning Link. Yeah, that's my thing.
Andrew likes those a lot.
The what?
The Lightning Link, the one there's like a bank. There's usually 4 of them or so, and it's got the progressives and all that.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Fireball.
Andrew likes the Fireball too.
The Buffalo machines are always good too.
Let me tell you, the casino here, the Hard Rock, the Buffalo machines it's hard to even get on. They're everywhere, but they are hard to get on. Everybody wants to be on those. Yeah.
I don't really play Buffalo a whole lot because it's so hard to get on, but I don't know. Those I like the 7 games, like with Flamin' Sevens or Meltdown type every time.
That, and I like the quick hits.
Oh, I like quick hits
I
too.
usually win on quick hits. I mean, not a lot, but it gives me something.
And then I also like the movie games, like, if it's, like The Hangover or Star Wars or whatever, because I like seeing the clips of the movies and the music and stuff, and then I get to dance in, and then I'm there hours. Yeah, that's how it happens.
So welcome in Cruise and Koozies, and they say they chase the buffaloes on every cruise. Not a fan of the local casino.
All right.
So how does speaking of, so Carnival, how's their casinos? Or do they pay out, or how are? I mean, I know they pay out on good deals when you want to go back on a cruise, but do they actually pay you money in the casinos, or?
I personally feel like I see a lot of people win on the first night, and I'm talking big jackpots, like 10,000, 13,000.
Oh wow!
20,000. Like on the Dream this in May, we saw that first night, Andrew and I saw somebody win 7,000, 13,000, and 21,000, I think, within like an hour. But then I feel like during the week they get your money back, and then on the last night. But that's what I feel. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I won. I mean, most of the time I'd say no. I usually it's just you might as well just walk in and put the money on the floor and walk out. But but I don't know. On the Vista one time I did win 3,000. So
and did you win that on slots, or you won it on something else?
Slots. Yeah. Yep.
Because I started to get hooked on roulette. I just learned roulette, so now that's kind of my go-to. But I also do play the slots now too. I mean, I kind of divide it up, but
I like blackjack.
Who are you waving to?
Lisette is leaving. Have a great day, y'all.
Yeah, have a good day, Lisette. So Royal, I've kind of been hit or miss on the slots. It depends on the ship. Like Ovation, I was winning, but it wasn't a lot. It was enough to keep me kind of just afloat, right? Independence, I was winning. Like I was up a lot. Like I walked out up at the end of the trip.
Okay, Will wants to come in.
Will.
From Together We Travel.
Oh, okay. You want to send him the link? I don't have his.
I don't have him either, but I'll find him.
My mom actually won 5,000 on the first night on the Carnival Dream when we left out of New Orleans.
Oh wow!
She likes to play like those double, triple, 7 games or the one line, and she hit the jackpots and the double jackpots and won 5,000 her first night of the cruise. We had a good cruise that cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Because my brother and I were on there.
Pay out then, just depending on what ship.
That was her birthday.
GGM Creates, welcome in.
Hey, GGM, Meg.
Who's in my chat? Sherry, he's in your chat. Oh, yeah, but I can't email. Like, I don't have his email. I don't want to post it in the. I had a troll in here, so I don't want to post. I don't want to post the link in here because there was a troll in here earlier. What was I going to say? So yeah, so then I guess I'll try their casino and see. And do they give you the thing at the end? Like, do you get a ticket? Does it work like a normal casino, or do you cash out or they just apply your wins on your card?
Oh, card.
Yeah,
but you can go to the cash cage and just give them your card and say, hey, I want the cash. And
new on the Carnival Dream, they had little banks you can go put your card in and cash out. And that's the first time I've seen that on Carnival, was on the Dream this last time. But it's kind of similar to like putting your ticket in, Cherry, and then the cash dispenses. You put your card in, put your pen in, and then it would distribute your winnings.
Yeah, because Royal, they use the ticket. They don't put it on your card.
That's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
I plan on for NCL and Royal, I plan on taking a pretty good gambling budget so that way they can learn to love me off the bat.
Like Carnival.
And again, Utopia is a new ship, so who knows what they could do anything with their
They
how
got,
their casino works.
2 casinos on the Utopia and 31 table games. I'm reading the email right now. They just
Oh, I was like, dang, Mike.
and 370 plus slot machines,
I was like really impressed. I was like, wow.
5 pools, 1,500-foot zip line, 8 whirlpools, and they're saying 17 slides on board combined with a perfect day at Coco Cay's.
Did y'all see?
I constantly get these emails from Royal, so
Okay. I was just really impressed. I thought, man, you already know how many slots and
yeah, I've been there. They consulted with me on the design. So
well, good. I'm glad they got your input.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if they'll do the ticket or the card or how their casino will work, because it sounds like that's going to be a huge casino is what it sounds like to me. So I'm wondering how all that's going to. And then you got to think it's a weekend kind of cruise, right? So that's where they're really making their money is drinks, casino.
yeah, it's the world's biggest weekend, is what they're calling.
Yes. See, we may try the key on that one because that first sailing we have is 3 nights. So that may be kind of fun to try. Cruising Koozies has a question for us. Did y'all see Lalita Loca, the mishandled video when he was on the Carnival Spirit? I have not.
I saw a thumbnail for it, but
It was manhandled.
Sorry. Reading is hard.
What happened? Did you watch it, Bill?
I did, and it was people coming up to greet him, and I believe they came and grabbed him by the neck or something, and not in a mean way, but it's just like just being touched. It's like somebody recognizes you from your video and they come up and grab you.
Uh-huh.
And he was just he felt manhandled.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to watch
He wasn't
that.
hurt or anything like that, but it was just
Well,
it's like you really didn't know him, and he just started talking about some of the experiences he's had with people with some of the rude comments. It's like, yeah, I really don't know you, and so I mean he went down a list of a couple of things.
well, and I will never mind somebody stopping me to say hello, but I don't know that I would feel okay with somebody grabbing me or Chloe. We've had people grab Chloe's hair, and because she's got really curly hair, so everybody feels like they need to touch it, and that kind of bothers me. But yeah, I don't know how I'd feel being grabbed anywhere.
But I mean, who in their right mind would come up and touch a kid's hair? I don't understand that. I mean,
you would think people would, especially after COVID, people would not touch people, but it's actually, we were at this Thanksgiving event here, and this gentleman came up and he was just petting her hair, and I was like, sir, do you mind not touching her hair, please? We don't know you. I Chloe was getting kind of scared, and then we had it happen on the Vista. This older couple, had to touch her, and I'm like, don't touch her. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know why people feel like they can touch.
Well,
children.
I mean, yeah, some guy. Well, what hospital did you send them to? I mean,
I'm not very confrontational. I don't like to be that way, but I don't like people touching Chloe. It really is weird. I don't
blame you for that.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, I got my granddaughter now, and it's like, don't come around, don't hi, don't even come near.
They do. They touch your hair.
30 in a wake up, put $50 in a video making things and came out money ahead.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Always good when you come out money ahead.
Eddie, their email is in their about page.
We got some inside information on the video situation.
What video situation?
The Lalita Loca.
Oh.
Cruising Koozies.
All right, hold on. I'll get there in a second. Someone convinced me to put the winnings back in, and he booked. I think it was 10 free inside room cruises off of it.
Wow.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. The guy in fifth place of that video, and he exaggerated that story for the video. Oh, I was
I'm
the
sure.
first
I'm
guy.
sure they did.
I wish I could
Drama.
join in the chat and tell my side of the story.
Oh,
Well, if you want to come on, let me know, Cruise and Koozies. People feel they are above with both our backgrounds and for short fuse. Don't touch, I'll come out swinging.
Lisa will. That's my aunt. My aunt and uncle, for those who don't know, and Lisa will.
You know, I'd be right by Andrew on Chloe's case.
Oh, and yeah, Andrew does. It seems like it happens more with me than when Andrew's around.
We sailed with La Viva Loca in 2021, so we aren't complete strangers, but I felt like it in that cruise.
Interesting.
Well, and that's the thing. These bigger vloggers, once they get so big and you have so many people on a cruise that you're on, like in a group cruise, like let's just say they had a group cruise, they're not going to know who you are. There's just so many people. It's like the bloggers cruise, right? With all those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even like us, even when we go on this booze cruise, I mean, we kind of speak to each other online and stuff like that. But once we get in person, it's going to be like a everyday type of deal. You'll have connections with a couple of people, but it won't. The 20 or 30 or 40 people there, they may feel like, oh, hey, Eddie, my best friend. Eddie's going to be like, hey, that's my wife is right here. Stay away.
You mean we're not going to be hanging out every day, Bill? What?
I've had that.
Oh,
With the upside down pineapples, it's fun and games on YouTube, but then in real life, it's like, hey, whoa.
Oh, Mike, he just pulled a bougie on us.
man. Well, he's
Not
diamond.
bougie, but just it's just kind of on YouTube is a little different than real life.
I agree with that. And I think, like Sherry and I talk every day, but I don't know that if I saw her like on the Utopia, that I would just run up and grab her. Like it would be like, Sherry, hey, messenger, I just don't know that I'd run up and grab somebody. That's a little concerning to me.
Tackler.
Yes.
But it's not like, like you and Sherry, I mean, you talk every day, but again, people will say hi to you on YouTube and think they really know you, and it's like, come up and hug. I'm not a hugger. Don't stop.
I'm not either.
Here's the fist bump, boom. And then once we get to know each other, you start getting a little closer, and then, okay, baby, bye. Have a nice trip home. But up until then, it's have a nice trip.
I get that.
I'm saving all my pineapples for your door, Bill.
See, my door would be fine too. Just don't cover I have a little sign up on my door, so don't cover that up. But the pineapples will be fine.
All right, cool.
That's funny.
Bigger ones too.
So what he's saying is, Mike from Cruise Vet, he's going to be like, hey, what's up? And just keep on going.
Boom. Hey,
Right.
how's your cruise going? Good.
Yeah.
Let me start drink. At least let me start drinking first.
Like in the bloggers, me and Alice, we kind of hang out by ourselves most of the cruise. We'll go to an area where there was another blogger. We'll sit down with them for a bit, and then we'll move on and be with somebody else. So we weren't just with one group ourselves all the time. We did hang out with Cruise Nuts a few times. We went out to dinner and stuff like that. But they did their thing and we did our thing, So you still gotta, I still did my thing with Alice. I make sure that Alice was taken care of first, and then we hang out. And as we met whoever on the walk to a show or something, and then we hang out together, stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's like you say, we're not gonna be like hanging on top of each other the whole time. No, I don't like that either. So
We're gonna be Bill's stalker. We're gonna,
I know. Now that I know that on the Utopia, man, I'm gonna be following Bill everywhere. I'm
Come
gonna
on
know right
down.
where.
But again, you're gonna be so bored because I'm gonna go sit in the corner, have my laptop. I'll be doing something. Hey, hi. I don't run and jump in everybody's video and stuff like that. So again, you'll have a good time with me.
Mike, bring your MP uniform. We're gonna grab them and throw them overboard and film it. All right.
Law
Go for the blogs.
Law says we should teach Chloe to say no. We are working on that with her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're working on boundaries.
So
Stranger
Cruise-
danger! Stranger danger!
Not sure where that is, Eddie.
I send that on Messenger of your group in Facebook. I just put the link on Messenger. Just go to Messenger, look for the link, and hit it, and that's it. It will bring you in.
In your Facebook group.
Yeah, and your Together We Travel Facebook group.
And Darian, let me know if you're back. Cruising Koozie says, does he actually get grabbed? Some people still shake hands and put the other hand on the shoulder.
Yeah,
I mean, he's telling the story. It sounded like he just grabbed him by the neck. He didn't. It wasn't like shaking his hand. It's like he grabbed him by the neck.
He's a tall guy.
yeah.
So
Tony's a
Now I
tall
gotta
guy.
go watch the video. I didn't watch it.
well, he's just telling a story. But again, he's a good storyteller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
everything
hung out
was
with Jenny
dramatic.
B for a while, and she did say that fans will show up at the front door of the house.
See,
Now that's
now,
creepy.
That's
That
too
is
much.
That's
creepy.
That's taking it too
crossing
far.
that boundary there that please don't show up at people's houses.
Oh,
And they live in a gay community down in Florida, so I don't see how is that possible. They must be waiting for somebody to go in and then follow.
There's a will, there's a way, I guess.
Wow.
We
That's messed
photobomb, just FYI.
Ah,
Well, I'm not on that cruise, so y'all have fun with cruise nuts.
All you see is a long stick, and then you're looking at this long stick with a,
There he-
with a
here he
GoPro
comes.
attached to it, and then you go like, "What is this?" You turn around, and it's cruise nuts right behind you.
Seemed like we stalked Bill, yet he's so calm.
well, I was a little unnerved by that. By the way, Lisa. Again, Jennifer told me that the aunt and uncle were on a cruise ship. Oh, I'm like, okay, yeah, but I don't know what they look like or whatever. And so before I board the ship, I'm talking to Jennifer. She's trying to describe, what they look like, what they're wearing. And right before they went into the terminal, I did see him a glance. I mean, from a distance. Hey, we waved. Hey. But then on a cruise ship, somebody would come by, not stick around. But hey, Bill, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing fine. Hey. And not knowing who it was. And it didn't dawn on me it was the aunt and uncle. and a couple of times they showed up and it's like talking. It's like, hey. And I mean, I don't want to say, where do I know you from? I mean, okay, maybe saw YouTube. Okay, maybe that's it. I'm not really sure. And then I forget, did Jennifer, you told me something that they just saw you and spoke. I'm like, oh, that's who they are. So I'm not this big famous YouTuber. They just do me already.
It was practice, Bill, for when you next year or two when you blow up and you don't know any of us anymore. And we pass by you on a cruise.
That would never happen.
Never.
So Amy Castellanos joined us. Good morning. Welcome in. Any hammocks on deck? There was on some cruise ship. I think it was Mariner of the Seas or Oasis of the Seas. One of them had hammocks back. I don't know if they still do, but
I know the Prima does.
it depends on the ship. You'd have to research whatever ship you're looking at to see, because every ship is different. They're not all the same.
Yep.
I didn't know how old she was. Is she talking about Chloe? She might be talking about Chloe.
I'm talking about Chloe. Yeah, she's 3 now, so we're working on the I mean, Andrew, please know Andrew and I don't let things happen. Like we say things and say, "Hey, please don't touch our kid," and Andrew just woke up. I'm telling him about the.
Well, now you need to say, "Please don't touch Bill" either.
Yeah, that's Bill.
This one,
Don't touch Andrew. No,
at least let me start drinking first. Then I can become a hugger. When you see me late at night and I've been drinking, I might become a hugger.
Oh,
Okay.
Good warning for everybody.
Andrew said Bill gets
Warm.
handsy.
You'll be like, oh, Bill, get back.
Bye, Cruise and Koozies.
Hi,
Thanks for
Koozies. Hope you have a
stopping
good
in.
day.
Bye, Cruise and Koozies.
So Cruise Nut says Virgin has them on their balconies. They have hammocks.
Oh yeah, I did see that on.
They're
on
there
my
to do
blog.
other things besides sleeping.
Yeah, I don't
Wow.
know if I would sit in that
The
hammock.
robot?
Yeah.
Law
I don't see
Jones.
myself going on Virgin. It's just, I don't know. You never know.
That's a
You might
different vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
You can get
Extremely.
a tattoo. On Virgin, you can get a tattoo. How cool is that?
Yeah. I'm okay with Virgin the way the stuff they do. Alice is a whole different story.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
So
oh.
yeah.
that brings more questions for later.
hmm Yeah.
Law Jones, I might be willing to pick a ship just for the hammocks.
Yep.
Hashtag hammocks.
Did you see hammocks on the Dream? Yeah, I think there's some in the Serenity area. I could be wrong.
Edibles.
Location in the country is it?
I think they're asking you, Eddie. Edibles.
Wait, what?
Back in the old days.
Sorry, in my area, it's one of the things there because of location in the country. Trafficking is a concern. I wasn't when mine were young, but realized that after the fact, at least someone. Yeah, it's kind of a concern here in the U.S. too.
Oh yeah. You always have to keep an eye, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what.
And that's one thing. It kind of concerns me about parents who just let their kids run wild on the cruise ship. I'm like, you're on here with strangers. You never know. You want the best and you hope people are the best, but you
Yep.
know,
You never know.
there's no way I'm gonna let Chloe at 10 years old run around the ship without some supervision or checking in.
People are the worst.
They are.
Cruise
You know,
nuts. What's he saying? Hammocks are very versatile. Thank you for pointing that out. So she's saying that they may have tried at grocery store. Yeah, here too.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Shantirement. Welcome in.
Morning.
And no cannabis on the ships at all.
Yep.
So they have dogs that sniff that out.
All right. So this Together We Travel. Can't find the link. I'll probably just catch you on the next live once I figure this out.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we're gonna probably get off here in a few anyway. I guess Darian didn't get back home, so wild mangoes not. What are you saying, Eddie? Not on the ship. Okay.
That Amy here saying that I don't drink, I smoke weed. Not on the ships.
No,
You get
they
caught
have
in the
dogs
ship,
now.
you get handcuffed and put away.
They at least get a pretty good fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I would be careful in ports. You never know what other people do to things there.
Exactly.
Just be mindful of that. If that's what you're into, just be mindful that other countries do not have the same rules.
Correct. So what's everybody got going on today? I guess I need to get on board with my Carnival cruise and start researching stuff. But what are you guys all doing today? It's raining here, so it's not much to do outside.
I'm gonna go grocery shopping and I gotta get gas.
Get your steps in.
The what?
Get your steps in.
Well, yeah. Grocery shopping. Get the tank filled up. Fill up the car. And then I come home, fill up the tank on the riding machine, and go out and cut the air for about 2 hours. And then be ready for the Saturday stroll later this evening.
Are you on it tonight, Eddie?
I don't know about later tonight. It is all up to Mr. Clark. If he wants to go tonight at 10, we'll go in at 10. But I do have a premiere at 7:49 on the Saturday stroll tonight.
Is
So
Clock
he
back?
is driving back today because I sent him the invite for this morning, and he said he'd be driving. So maybe he is going to be on tonight.
Yeah. So if he does, he does. Otherwise, he'll be on tomorrow at 7 p.m. on Sunday.
I feel like Clock has been on a cruise for a month.
I know. I feel that way too. I feel like he's been like Bill over there.
I know. I've missed Clock. I miss his like sense of humor.
My friends actually got back today they were on a Disney cruise, and they said it was the most amazing thing
Oh,
ever. So I can't wait to hear about it. They had just texted me, we just got back. It was the best. It was so amazing. And they sent me a group photo. It was the cutest thing with Mickey.
Oh,
I want to go on
Mhm.
a Disney cruise.
Me too.
I don't.
Well, you don't
You
have.
you two got small kids, so you could go in.
Yeah. It's fun for us to dress up like princesses over here.
Yeah, you got Chloe. Chloe will enjoy that. A little older, not right now.
I mean,
And Sherry has cash. She could dress up and bring him in anyway. So
yes. I just got us tickets to Disney on Ice when it comes here in November. And I'm really excited about I've never been to Disney on Ice, but I got us the meet and greet passes for Mickey Mouse and Moana. And I know Chloe is going to be the happiest little girl ever.
oh yeah,
I would only go if they sent
Eddie in
me
the
a
game.
free cruise for Disney. Then I would go.
Well, and again, I can understand that.
For
I
what?
mean,
What did you say, Cruise Vet?
You know, if they sent me a casino offer for a free cruise,
They don't have
Disney, I'd go.
casinos.
Well, I guess that means I won't be sailing on
Yes.
Disney.
it won't be going.
Yeah, they don't have casinos on Disney cruises. Welcome in, M. Archer. Magnificent Journey says, I'm enjoying being back where I originally from Ocala. I love Georgia as well, but I love being home. So also speaking of Georgia, and I don't know the date. I don't know if you do, Eddie. There's a meetup in Helen next year.
March 8, 9, and 10.
So get it on your calendars up
Yeah.
there. It's beautiful
I'm
up there, and especially that time of year.
I'm there.
Did you book your room yet, Eddie?
No, not yet. But we're gonna go back to the same hotel, Hellendorf.
Disney on Ice was neat when I took mine to it. I went to it years ago. Yeah, I'm talking probably like 30 years ago, 25 years ago.
I've never been. I think it'd be fun. But
So,
again,
oh, sorry. Go on,
I was
Jennifer.
gonna say, but again, I get really excited about things. So
My BFF says Carnival has payment plans. Yes,
Yes.
they do.
Yes, I did.
So if you want to know the lineup for the stroll tonight, it's Sherry's Awesome Sunsets is kicking it off. Then J&N Travels, Anthony Simone, Pedroza, Escaping the Empty Nest, Leonard Family Fun, I Love Cruising Royal, and Eddie Studios.
And some more. It continues.
awesome.
Ah.
It's a good lineup.
Hold
got-
on. The
we got-
rest of
we
the
got
list
more.
is
Yeah.
right here. Ryan Donahue, Bamanola Lawn Adventures, Roy and Becky's Travels, Magnificent Germany with Darian, and Eric, our Travel Adventures with Eric B. So,
It's gonna be a long stroll tonight. Yep.
yeah. So, is it going to be over by the time you and Clock go live?
Oh yeah. It's like a 2 hour stroll lineup of premieres, and even if it's done at 9:30, we still we don't go in till 10. So if we are to go on tonight, I'm not planning to go on unless he says let's go. Saturday nights I'll leave it up to him. Friday nights I do.
Oh, so if he doesn't go on,
I'm taking a night off, my dear. I need a break once in a while. I'm my life out. I do 16 lives a week, so
Eddie and others are in today's video,
Yes.
as well as a special guest or two for Darian's. I have to watch it. What time do you go live? Even if Eric is the full 15 minutes, we'll be done by 9:15.
At 10 o'clock tonight, so Eastern, so plenty of time. 45 minutes to get ready. So, I mean, all we got to do is just hit enter studio and that's it.
I don't know. Some people, it takes them a while to get ready, Eddie.
I know, like, yeah, prime time, 2 hours before you got to get ready. For what? So you could hit on and that's it? Give me a break.
Some people need prep time to wrap their mind around what they're going to talk about.
When you're going to talk about the same thing every day, come on.
Oh, okay.
There's no need for that. You got to use click rewind and repeat the same narrative again, Throw people under the bus the same way.
Well,
and,
I mean, you have
Somebody's triggered.
yeah,
I was about to say.
No, I need to. Hey, thank you for letting me bring it out because I'm old enough now to don't keep any of that crap inside me. Just bring it out and say it.
Nah,
So-
you don't even worry.
Real quick, hold
Yeah,
on one
yeah,
second.
yeah.
Darian, if you're back and you want to jump on, just let me know if you want to come on and just talk about your meetup real quick because we're going to get off of here in just a few minutes. Go on, Warmstrong, what were you going to say?
Oh, no, don't worry, don't sweat it. I mean, there'll be times you're a best friend, then there'll be times my real friends won't do that, and I mean, don't even the time of day.
Been there.
So don't worry about me and Alice.
All right, Eddie. I mean, not Eddie. Darian, I'm sending you the link to your Facebook right now. Go
Send
on,
him a
Eddie.
bill, too.
Let me send him the link real quick.
Darren is $4.95 a minute, so come on.
Nah.
Put some more quarters in the machine.
That's right.
All right, I just sent it to you, Darian, and your Facebook Messenger.
So embarkation day on the Glory, I definitely want to hit guys' place when we get there, right? That's gonna be around the time that place is gonna be open. Blue Iguana won't be open on embarkation day.
It might be open.
Yeah, it should
Blue
be.
Iguana, Blue Iguana probably be open.
It was when we were on it in May. It was open. It was kind of interesting because usually the guys' line used to be the longest line, but this time we saw Blue Iguana.
Well, I usually have breakfast before I go in the ship anyway, and I don't want to eat too much. Even though when we get on the ship, I'll probably snack something, but I'm saving my space for the steak that night. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't usually eat breakfast on embarkation day because I know when I get on that ship, I'm going to be all about the food.
Exactly. I never eat.
Eat light if we do.
I sent it to your personal Facebook, Darian.
Eddie, I was going to say, if you look at our recent Half Moon K video, at the very end, you could scroll all the way through. At the very end, Andrew shows the steaks we got and the food we got. It was really good. I actually hold my hand above it so you can see how big it is.
Okay.
So just that way you can look at it.
What kind of steak is it, though? Is it like a filet or is it like a T-bone? What is it?
Like a T-bone, like a cowboy. It's good.
I hate the
Now you got
Cowboys
me in the
anyway,
mood for
so
a steak
don't worry.
tonight.
I'll be ordering that. So that's cut it up and go die.
Whoa. Man, Eddie, there's some aggression this morning.
Little
Eddie looks like a medium rare type of steak guy.
No, medium well. That's what I like.
Really?
oh, you like it
I'll
burnt?
get you for a medium rare.
Medium well.
Cruz, did you just say he likes it burnt?
You guys got me now in the mood to have a steak.
Oh, there you
Nice.
go.
Did you
You know
get
what
it,
it is.
Darian?
I need a refill. See,
Oh,
I'm
Somebody
missing a
was
refill.
somebody was on their live talking about ribs and stuff the other day, and I had to get ribs last night because I was thinking about it like 2 days later.
Yesterday on the Ray Parade, we had freaking Vanilla Gorilla had nice tacos, so that got me going.
Mm.
Then Kaya was doing on ribs on the grill, so it was awesome yesterday. It was a bad day for meals. Oh my lord, dog! What's up, Trouble?
Hey, how's it going? I didn't realize I was on. I'm sitting there sipping my coffee and
Yeah,
boom.
Mr. Floater.
Yeah.
Tell him
Yeah,
about
there
the
you go.
gators. Tell that lady above you about them gators on the river.
Oh, they won't bother you. They'll come up and say hi, enjoy your swim, and you just keep going.
You're not their type.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Sure,
I'm gonna see
sure.
about a canoe. I think.
They- there'll be there'll be a lot of people there, and so snakes and alligators they don't want to they don't want to hang around. Hold on, I got to change areas. Hang on.
So
A lot of people on a Friday? I don't know about that. Maybe a Saturday, but I don't know about a lot of people on a Friday.
The more the merrier. The more somebody else will get bit, instead of you. Stay in the middle. Whatever you do, don't be on the outside.
push everybody.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm back. I'm sorry. So I started talking. Everybody started talking at the same time. So
Yeah,
But,
I don't know about a lot of people there on a Friday.
yeah, there won't be as many, of course, as a Saturday, but there'll be several people there. In other words, if they see a bunch of people, they're going to stay away from it, and it's nothing to worry about. Which once you get in and you get over that tiny fear, some people have that fear, and I respect that. You'll be fine. But the water's cool. It's 72 degrees year round, and it feels really well. Jennifer, you coming?
No, we're
she'll be
not.
there. Yeah.
No, we're not. But maybe next year.
Okay. How about anybody in the chat? Bill, Mike?
No.
It's too far of a
No,
drive.
Yeah.
They would rather fly in for a cruise than to go to alligators.
Yeah.
We're
If I could
cruising
be
all
there a
right.
whole week, yeah, then I'll go.
We're cruising. We're
Let's
cruising on
see.
it too.
I can't swim. Don't like snakes. Don't like gators. Don't like cold. Don't like. Yeah, no, it doesn't sound like a good place for me.
Wait, there's snakes in the
Oh,
water?
Hello, where you been?
Sorry. I thought you heard that earlier.
All right, I'm getting a kayak. That's it. I'm in the kayak.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Eat. Hey, here's something. Whatever you're comfortable with. No one's going to force you to do anything. So whatever you're comfortable with, that's what you do. So
I
but,
think one of my friends is actually going to come.
cool.
But they won't. They're just going to do the tubing. They're not going to. So how does this work with a potluck? Like, I'm not going to be able to bring anything if I have to be there at 8 in.the morning because I can't make something. I'm in a hotel, right? And I can't keep anything cold.
Well,
Excuses.
No, the grocery store doesn't even open until 8 o'clock.
Excuses. Walmart's open 24 hours.
what I'm going to do, just have a cooler, and depends on the how well you want to eat. I'm good with sandwich meat, and especially like that, I don't have to worry about cooking. I don't want to worry about all that stuff. Just enough to get me through, and just enjoy
snacks,
swimming
chips and stuff.
and hanging out.
Okay.
Eddie, are you going to swim?
Meat, no.
I just want to hear that.
I don't do that anymore.
All right. So, Darian, why don't you tell everybody in the chat about the meetup? Like what in case anybody doesn't even know about it, right? Hey, Randacito,
Okay.
welcome in.
Absolutely. Well, when I say we, Sherry, myself, and Blaine from Rayleigh Creative, we're on a live stream sometime. We need to come up with something to do. And I think I mentioned the tubing, and then we started coming up with a name, and we were brainstorming. And Sherry says, "What about the tubing YouTubers?" And I was like, "Genius! That's genius!" So the name came from Sherry, yours truly, right there. So I love it. Well, what we're gonna do? We're meeting Friday morning at 7:30. That's the 14th.
Next Friday, the 14th.
Next Friday, yes. Yeah, that's coming up Friday. Can you believe that? And we're gonna get there early because even if it's a Friday, it's still summertime, and there'll be some people there. And so when we get there, make sure we get a space because it is a 4-hour cruise, 4-hour float down the river.
Yeah, if you say cruise, then all of a sudden, Warmstrong might be interested. Go on.
Right. Well, it is a cruise technically. You're cruising down the river in a tube.
It needs to be a 3-hour cruise. A 3-hour cruise. There
you go. Now I just had that last week in Germany. I had the meetup. It was a week ago today. Was it? Yeah. In Heidelberg, Germany, we had a 3-hour cruise on the Nectar River. Did all the town of 4 castles. It was cool. But anyways, I don't want to confuse nobody. But we're gonna have that cruise. Oh my goodness, that float going down the river, and then later on that night we'll just hang out having a good old time. We'll all decide as a group on where everybody wants to go eat. Anytime we got a bunch of people, we got a bunch of suggestions, but we all come up with a place to go and just hang out and have fun. Next day, we're going to a place called Silver Glen Springs. It's a big swimming hole. It's awesome. You can see like snails being pushed out of the ground. Snail shells, they're the little white ones. They're just being pushed out of the spring itself. I mean, it's pretty cool. You'll see saltwater species in there, although it's not saltwater, but there's enough saltwater content in that water. I've been going there for all my life. That you will see some saltwater fish, occasional blue crab, but it's really neat. There's a trail you can walk around. Also, on that same spring, you got Silver Glen Run. That's where all the boats are docked. Where I used to have a boat, which I'm back in Florida now. I'm getting a boat again. It's coming. I saw my boat when I went to Georgia, but where you could dock and then you just swim over to the spring, have a good time. But you'll see all that. It's hooked onto Lake George, which is right in the middle of the state, and St. Johns River flows right through that lake. So basically, that's the St. Johns River, but you got the lake portion, and there are only 2 rivers that flows north. That's the St. Johns River and the Nile River, and of course that's where that river is, and the springs are right off it. In that area, there are several springs. You have Salt Springs, which is on down the river a little bit. Of course, Silver Glen Springs, and a couple other smaller springs where if you had a boat, you could get to and go swimming and whatnot. But it's going to be an all-day free-for-all, just hanging out, getting to know each other, and just fellowshipping, just getting to know each other, and just having a good time in the hot sun. But you won't be hot as soon as you jump in that water. You'll feel so refreshed. I will say this. I put some information on my Facebook group. I have a Facebook group for everything. For this one, for the tubing YouTubers, as well as the Helen meetup. I got a separate Facebook group for that for 2024. I put a hotel on there. One of my favorite. I like Hampton Inn. I'm a Hampton Inn guy. But there are several hotels on there. But it'd be cool to get everybody in one spot. But it doesn't have to be. But I put the link to that hotel. It's right there off 200. You're right near. Eddie knows where this is. Cracker Barrel, right near, right behind Cracker Barrel. That's where the hotel's at. And there's many others. It's called Hospitality Avenue, Highway 200. So you'll find that's where all the restaurants, all the. I like to eat. Got to find the restaurants. Everything. is right there. So yeah, if anybody have any questions, please let me know. Sherry too, and we'll answer anything at all.
And then there's the Georgia Helen meetup next year, which is March.
Yes, it's the second weekend of March, 8th, 9th, and 10th, I believe that is. And I have a Facebook group page for that with information, hotel, that itinerary, what we're doing, and all that good stuff. But I'll give you an overview here. We're meeting at Friday at 2 p.m. to eat ice cream. That's me. See this guy right here? Ice cream is it, but it's not only ice cream, it's spaghetti ice. There is an ice cafe there. Couple owns it. She's German. He's a retired U.S. Army helicopter pilot, and Army strong. And anyways, so they're on their second career, and hey Billy, and they open up a ice cafe, which they sell spaghetti ice. Well, at 2 o'clock for that 1 hour, they close the ice cafe for the group, and I think that's really awesome of them. So we got the whole place to ourselves. It's not big, but it's close to the public for that, at least that hour. We can stay as long as we want, but from 2 to 3 is closed, and that's our time. Friday night, everybody, Friday evening, whatever, everybody, they do their own thing. But most of us we do stuff together. But you're not pinned to do everything. You're not on someone's back every 3 seconds. But not free to do so. Saturday, same thing. There's hiking. There's the waterfalls. You can even go see the Cabbage Patch birthplace where they make Cabbage Patch dolls. And there's many things to do and see in the Helen area. And Saturday, that's the big thing. At 6 p.m., we have reservations. We have standing reservations at the Hofbräu House. Okay, the Hofbräu House, the original Hofbräu House is in Munich, Germany. But they're not affiliated with the one in Germany, but they have the name and some of the signage, but they're not affiliated with it. But one thing I'll say about that, there are a lot of places that are authentic food. Okay, one is Dunderbucks in Tampa, very authentic. But this one here, they're really authentic as well.
Mommy.
And what was that?
Oh, Eddie's just talking. Keep going.
I'm talking to the cat.
Wallace.
Okay.
Yes.
And so the food is great. So we're meeting at 6. However,
6 people.
this year we have a great problem. We have an outstanding problem, but it's not a problem. We may have to extend our room because we're growing out of our room. This year is going to be really, really big. I don't know how much we're expecting. The very first YouTube, it was a meetup. Wasn't even supposed to be called meetup. It was Blaine and I and Kenneth. We were on a live stream like 3 o'clock in the morning. Go figure. And we started talking about, hey, I heard they got spaghetti ice there. Well, so we made arrangements to well, hey, let's go this date online, thinking no one's listening. Well, next thing I know, I got an email. It's like 4 in the morning. Hey, I just bought my tickets and I'm flying from Boston. I'm like, what? And then next thing I got a message. Oh, we're coming too. We're coming too. Well, 37 people showed up. It wasn't even an official meetup. So when we were sitting there in Helen, Georgia, we had 37 people. I'm like, guys, I guess this is the first annual Georgia meetup right here. And so
and that's how it started.
Yes. And the next year we had 68. 68 showed up. This past year we had 48 show up, but that was only because people were on a cruise. This cruise was planned prior to my dates, like a couple years, and a lot of those that were there the prior year could not be there because of the cruise. But Paul Vine says this is the last Helen meetup we're missing. We're not missing this again. But but people are sending me messages and everything, and it's good. I don't know how many people's going to be there, but I'm preparing just in case. I've been in cahoots with a restaurant where they said, oh, we can put up a tent, it's no problem. It's cool in the evening at that time of year. So that's not a problem. Plenty of lighting, accessibility. There's bands out there too. I mean, it's a good thing, but it's just a great time. And Sunday, for those who are interested, we have what you call Church by the River. We have people whoever wants to show up shows up. We literally have a service by the river. We have singing and preaching. I had a buddy of mine preach last week or last year. Scott from Kicking the Country. He'll be doing it that Sunday, and we just have a good time. We just have a good time. Then everybody has lunch. Eddie pays for it all, and then we start talking about the next year. We'll talk about that before that, but it's a great time. And if anyone
we plan on being there at this one.
that is awesome. Is it you and Donnie?
Yeah, we love Danny. Yeah, we love Helen. That's like our favorite area. So we love it there.
Awesome too. I'm with you. It reminds me so much of Germany. They did a really great job. Now, when I take a German there and they say they did a good job, that's pretty good. He goes, I feel like I'm at like Disney World type thing, being from Germany. He goes, but what they did a wonderful job, and he was like, he was impressed. He was like, I'm impressed, and they did a good job.
But when we were there, we never even had the spaghetti ice because I never even heard of it. So now I'm excited because now I wanna go in that place.
Heck yeah. It's really good. They only been open 3 years because they had just opened. That's why we were on that live stream. I'm like, hey, I heard they got spaghetti ice in Helen. Let's go. Thinking no one's listening, and all those people showed up. That was awesome. Oh, another thing, cool thing. Last year, there was this couple that watched one of my videos, Things to Do in Helen, Georgia, and I was talking about the meetup. They were from Dothan, Alabama, and they left the kids at home, and they says, well, let's go to Helen, Georgia. We've never been there. So they just went out on a whim. Well, they started watching the video. He was driving. She was watching the video. He goes, oh, Things to Do in Helen, Georgia. And my video popped up talking about the Helen meetup. So I got a message from them. Hey, we're coming to your meetup. They showed up late Saturday night. Didn't meet them then, but they came Sunday morning and met them all. And they says, wow, this is great. We'll be back next year. We're bringing our kids, even their adult kid that are married, and we're bringing the whole family. I'm like, really? That's awesome. So you never know who's going to watch your videos. That's the thing. You never know. So
That's cool. Yeah.
It is pretty awesome. Michael, aren't you in Florida?
No, I'm in Texas.
Texas. Okay, I knew that. I'm sorry.
Well, he might be by next year.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got the yard up in the sign up in the yard, so it's
Oh, really?
listing is active now. So, but I'm, we'll see
maybe
if the
I'll
offers
strike
come
that
going
up.
here.
What, Darian?
Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Were you talking about moving to Florida or something, or?
I mean, I'm looking at Florida and some different areas. Obviously, I gotta make sure the price is right. Especially
Absolutely.
with the way the housing market is right now. You don't want to bite off more than you can chew.
That's very true. And where I'm at now, I'm in Ocala. We're going to close soon, but my realtor they said, well, if you could wait about 6 weeks, you'll see some price changes. And I was like, well, I'm willing to wait. Everything. So we're in between right now. I'm at my mom's house. But next thing I knew, the next week it went down like $10,000. I'm like, you kidding me? Let's wait a little bit more. Well, one house went down $27,000. So,
Wow.
yeah, and not only my realtor told me that, I was in Golden Corral buffet, and I'm with you, Bill. Yeah, I don't. And I take a cloth, and I love buffets, but I'm careful. If I see someone coughing, I'm done. But anyways, and I was just talking to this guy. Well, I'm a realtor, and I was, oh, cool. And he told me the same. I didn't even ask him about it. He told me the same thing. If you wait about 5 weeks, he said, you'll see a difference. And long story short, It's true. So you're looking 27 to about $32,000 difference in the last 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. It was a relief.
Yeah, but he's kind of in a tricky situation because he wants to make get the most for his house, but he also wants to pay less for to buy a house, right? So we don't want the
Yeah.
price to go down on his house, but
I'm
That's
trying to get the
true.
best of both worlds.
It's still,
Yeah.
even though that is still a seller's market, because see, right now the interest rates are sky
True.
high. That's what's going on. That's the culprit. It's
Well,
still a
here
seller's
there's-
market, and
Yeah.
because we did all right in Georgia, we great in Georgia, but it's a buyer's market too because of that. So it's both. It's a seller and buyer's market right now because of the interest rates.
Yeah. Well, here there's a shortage of inventory. So,
Yeah.
It's kind of, I mean, yeah, you still get the high interest rates, but there's not as many houses up for sale either. So it's kind of a weird situation.
well, good luck. Hopefully it sells quickly and you find something quickly.
Absolutely.
Hopefully.
Sell
Absolutely.
high, buy low is what Together We Travel says. That's right.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, thank everybody for coming in. And next Saturday, I probably will be live, but I'll be live from what's the name of that place, Darian?
Rainbow River.
No, Saturday.
Yes.
No, Saturday's not Rainbow River. It's something else.
Oh, Silver Glen. Silver Glen.
Silver Glen. I'll probably be live. If I can get a reception from there, I'll already be at the park at this time. So I will do a remote live from there.
Awesome. And I'm going to be checking out some. I heard there was a change as far as they're saying you got to have reservations down, but they said not a problem. But I'm looking at today, and it's hard to say how many reservations to make because people, they just don't tell you if they're coming or not. They just sort of show up. I mean, that's just life, human beings. I mean, it'd be nice to have a head count, but I could probably, they just started this.
Where do you have to have a reservation at? Rainbow River or Silver Glen?
Silver Glen.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Rainbow River's still the same. It's all good, but be checking the Facebook group page. Did you see my post last night, Sherry?
Yeah, I got to book a hotel. I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
So yeah, I saw it.
Oh, cool. That Hampton Inn. I mean, going. That's just a suggestion, but it's right behind the Cracker Barrel, so it'd be a good place to chow down some omelets or something.
We'll probably end up coming Thursday night because if we have to
Ooh.
be there that early on Friday, that's not happening if I'm driving.
Let me know. I'll come up and meet y'all.
Yeah, we'll
I
probably.
don't want to invite myself. If you're free, I'm free. I'll make myself free. Put it that way.
When's Blaine coming in?
I think he's coming in Thursday.
I was gonna say, otherwise that's real early for him to drive from wherever he is, all to be there by 7 a.m. on Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
play it safe.
Yeah, so we'll probably be in Thursday night.
And the reason for the earliness is because once they go to capacity, they won't let people in. That's the whole. I don't want to miss that. So.
But we also have to keep an eye on the weather because, like, the last couple mornings here is
That's
when
right.
all the rain is coming. I'm not gonna be out there in the rain. I can tell you that.
And just in case it does, okay, say it's storming, a hurricane's coming. Well, let's hope not. But just in case, be thinking of Plan Bs. I got some Plan Bs. There's state parks. There's all kinds of stuff. So coming up with a Plan B just in case. I like to have something in my pocket. I don't want to go. Well, what are we gonna do? No, I want something in my pocket, and we'll go from there. That'd be great.
All right. Well, thank everybody. Sorry it's been over 2 hours. I know you guys hate me right now. But thank you guys for coming in and catch the stroll tonight at what time, Eddie?
6 p.m. starts Easter.
6 p.m. Make sure you guys go check that out. And I will see you all on Tuesday night. Bye.
Sounds good.
Can I say one thing before we leave?
Yeah, sure.
And everybody, we need some watch hours up here. So Destination Fun and Embarkation Nation, if you guys can go to their channel and run their playlist, just let it run in the background. Let's come on. We want to get everybody monetized before we go on our next cruise. So make sure you go to the playlist. And Cruise Vet, Darian, I don't know if you're monetized yet, but just run the playlist in the background. Put it on television, let it play. You go cook dinner and go to the show or whatever you want to do.
Eat some spaghetti ice.
Eat some spaghetti ice and let it play in the background because we want to get their hours up because we got to get everybody monetized for Utopia. But that's so far away. We want to do it by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Hey,
thank you guys so much if you can do that.
Yes. We would be so grateful.
May I say something? May I say something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I think I was going to say. No, I'm kidding. Y'all, I got back from Germany. I was watching. There was 6 hours difference. So half the time I'm either driving down the Autobahn or whatever, but I had y'all in the background, which is pretty cool. But anyways, I'm counting me in for running the playlist.
Sweet.
I've done that many times because we need to support each other, and it's just really, really cool. And there's something else I was going to say. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Bill, not to put you on the spot, but I hope you're still considering coming to Germany sometime. And anybody else?
There's just so many things going on, but I might fly over. I don't know if I'm on cruise or anything over there over that way, but I may fly into like Frankfurt. I think from Detroit, Delta flies straight to Frankfurt.
Exactly. I just led a group. I had 8 people in my group that I took, and I got 3 group trips planned for next week. One group's completely booked. One, I got 2 more people. It's booked. And one in September. There's 6 slots left. But I'm ready starting 2025 dates because people are catching on.
I mean, I think it's a great idea having like a built-in tour guide. I mean, it's perfect.
I love it. It's a lot of fun. Loads of fun. But thank you so much, Sherry, and everybody.
All right, bye everybody. Do your thing there, Darian. Your exit thing you do.
All right. Will everybody in the chat help me out here? Okay, we're gonna count to 3. We go 1, 2, 3, and then we're not gonna say Dankeschön, choose. No. You gotta have oomph about it, okay? You gotta say Dankeschön, choose. Oh yes, sir, Bob. So everybody got it? Even if you don't got it, just do this and whatever comes out will work. 1, 2, 3. Dankeschön, choose. Oh yes, sir, Bob.
Bob? Who's
Bob? There he is. It's
right here.
Eddie Bob. Eddie Bob, right there.
Bob.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Shalom.
Bye-bye.